Investigators are trying to determine how a fire broke out inside a local man's apartment. It forced a couple that lives upstairs to jump from the back deck.
K2's Valerie Hurst was the first reporter at the scene this morning. And Val, you talked with a man whose apartment burned. How is he doing?
Very emotional this morning, Natalie, for sure. And as far as those two folks that live above him in the apartment behind us here, we'll point it out to you so you can see it's sort of in the back corner. We're told by firefighters that they took that jump off their back deck, but luckily it wasn't all that high of a deck, about 10 feet or so, but certainly must have been just so terrifying for them. The man who lives downstairs is okay. Everyone's all right, but both apartments ruined, and the guy who lives alone downstairs says that he was not home when this fire started. He tells me that he was at a friend's house. He got a call from a neighbor telling him that he needed to come home, checking in on him. Now, fire crews are not sure how the flame started inside his apartment, but it did cause a lot of smoke damage upstairs, and that's why those two people up there felt the need to jump. Now, another neighbor was actually brought out by fire crews by ladder, and we talked to a man who saw the smoke and ran to help the man who lives downstairs. He wasn't sure if he was in or outside of that apartment. He says that when he kicked in the door, the flames were in the hallway.
And something had just like boom, and I had ran out the house, and I had ran to the window and busted the window open, and I was just looking through the curtains like, hey, your house is on fire, y'all get out the house.
I went down to open my apartment, and all I seen is this pillar of smoke coming out, and as soon as that happened, then I closed the door as fast as I could. I got back.
Now, the man you just heard from right there, he tells K2 that he is disabled, that he's mentally disabled. He has a service dog with him. He says he's just so glad that that dog was with him when he was out, because he just tells us he wouldn't know what to do if he didn't have his companion there. Fire investigators, they're still talking to him. They say it's still unclear at this time whether he may have been inside of that apartment at some point during this fire. We're live in Northeast Portland. Valerie Hurst, K2 News.